Hi, everybody. This is Melinda Russell with Let's Talk Racing Live. And for some reason, I'm all alone tonight. Brett's trying to connect to the internet, he's having issues. Um, Mylee, JoAnn Rhames was supposed to be with me, and I'm thinking they must be having some kind of issue somewhere as well. And so I guess we're going to just hang out here a little bit, talk a little bit. If you happen to get on, and you have any questions or you want to discuss anything that's happening in the racing world, we will try to do that. Um, Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty short show because I was depending on Brett and Mylee to carry the show tonight. I've had a really busy week. I've been sorting and pitching, which, if you have ever had to go through your house and decide that you've had way too much stuff and you just need to clean out. And Mark and I downsized from a bigger home. We built this smaller home, and it's still 1,400 square feet, but we had a lot of furniture and I had a lot of craft things and whatever. So I've spent the week sorting and pitching, and in between, I came into the office and finished the magazine for the month of July. So the month of July is launched. It's out there. It's on the Facebook page. The link. If you're not getting the emails through the email system that I send out, just let me know. Send me your email, and you can either do it in the comments or you can private message me at Melinda Russell on Facebook and just say, hey, I want to get the magazine to my email. And so I'll add your email to that. And so we do have one live viewer. I'm not sure who that is, but if you just logged on, I'm all by myself. Brett's trying to log in and he's having internet issues. And then I'm not sure where Mylee is. So I'm wondering if they're having some issues as well. So, and there's a fly, and he's been buzzing around my nose, my head, my ears, and he's been driving me crazy. So, if you have any questions or you want to talk about anything special, just post a comment and we'll see what we can do. Shelly. Okay. So Shelly says they're trying to connect. It's not going through. So here's what I'm going to do, Shelly. We're going to, I'm going to send you an email with this invite. And Shelly, I knew there was something going on. So Shelly, I'm going to put it right here. And you have to type it into your, oh, she said her internet's in and out. There's been so many storms and everything. Shelly, I get it. And if your internet is in and out, it's probably going to be tough to be able to connect on and off, but and we can always reschedule. If you want to do that, just let me know. You can try to connect, and if not, we're going to just take a night off maybe, and that's fine with me, because as I was saying before you got on, I've had a very busy week sorting and pitching, and I'm exhausted, and I'm happy to do whatever I can to try to help you get connected, or we can reschedule, like I said, and everybody can take the night off. So we'll see what she says. And then, so I saw today, I was watching some NHRA because, and I don't know if it was live today or when it was recorded, because I just kind of got in on the end of it. But so Erica Enders set a new record today. I think she went 337 miles per hour. I cannot even imagine what that feels like. I don't even know, like, how when you stop, how do you get out of the car and not just like fall over or whatever? I don't know. But wow, she set a record that is so cool. And she was just so excited about it, as she should be. So Yeah, anyway, I saw that the NASCAR race is going to be tomorrow at noon. They're having rain out in New Hampshire. Probably the rain that we had yesterday or a few nights ago. We had some really heavy rain, but we're not complaining because we needed the rain. And then it's been nice the last 2 days. So let's see. Anybody's on with questions? No, they're not. So, like I said, the magazine's out. Look on my Facebook page and connect to the link. Get that going. I know we had a lot of girls that were doing really well this weekend that were racing. And by the time I sat down, I didn't have a chance to connect with them because I didn't see anybody post on my post that I asked how you did over the weekend. So we've got to get ourselves coordinated a little better, everybody. I want you to post on my Sunday success post. And if you tag yourself or tell how you did in that link, then it's a lot easier for me to be able to give you a shout out. It's really hard to try to follow all your Facebook pages. There's just not enough hours in the day. But if you can find my post on Saturday or Sunday that says Success Sunday, please post how you did over the weekend and we'll try to give you a shout out. And on a night like this, when I'm talking to myself, it feels like that would be great if we could get you to do that. So I'm going to give Shelly and Mylee a little bit more time. Let me see if they're connecting with me on the phone. Brett sent a picture. He's at his parents' cabin. So he sent a picture of where he's at. And he's where there's no service or very little service. Not enough to connect and talk, apparently. So anyway, we'll just send him a note too. And yeah, so there we go. So I don't really have a lot to share, unfortunately. Another thing that I've been doing this week is making stickers. So, I have a bad back. So when my back starts hurting from all the sorting and pitching, I sat down and made some stickers. And I have a Cricut because I'm a scrapbooker. Used to be a scrapbooker, but now I like to make things on my Cricut. And a lot of you, if you've been on my podcast or for some reason or other, you've probably gotten a journal from me because I love to make journals. And I found out I could make stickers on paper that is waterproof. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try it because, I don't want to send some stickers to somebody and then they're really not waterproof. So I'm practicing with my Cricut on these and making some stickers. I'm erasing a beer drink and then I'm going to package them up, I think, like maybe 10 different stickers in a package that you can purchase if you want to. And then if you want some stickers made that you can hand out to some friends, you can just reach out to me and I'll do that for you because I love playing around with my Cricut. And that's what I do for relaxation. When I've been on the computer way too long and when I've been recording podcasts and all those kinds of things, then I have to take a break. And so that's when I get on my Cricut and I play around. So I have a feeling that Shelly's not able to connect. And Shelly, that's okay. See if she sent me any other kind of note. I get it. We're dependent on internet, all of us, so much of the time. And so let's see who this is. And she says they're driving through Utah, and I've been to Utah, and there's a lot of hills and mountains and places where I can believe she's not got any internet. So that's quite okay. I do want to mention too, the very first show that we did of Let's Talk Racing Live, we had a young gal on. She was called Chatty Maddie, and she interviews people at racetracks, and she does a lot of dirt racing and that. And she's one of my very favorite people in all of racing, and she's just the cutest thing. And so she has a show that we like to share on our page, and it airs on Monday night. And so I would encourage you to reach out and listen to her show. She does a lot of fun interviews, and she's just a cute young gal. And like I said, I just love her to pieces. So get on and listen to her show, Chatty Maddie, if you can. And I've got a couple people that are on listening. My guest is having issues connecting, and so is Brett. And so they have abandoned me tonight. I'm here all by myself. We're going to talk for just a few minutes to see whether Mylee can get on. And if not, we're going to reschedule her, because we would love to have her on the show and hear how racing's going. You know, I've met Shelly and Mylee, I want to say probably 3 years ago. I connected with them through social media, maybe even longer than that. It might have been 4 years ago, because 2 years ago, when Mark and I were staying out in Arizona in the winter, we actually went to, I believe it was Yuma, is where she was racing. And it was a big race. There were a lot of girls there, actually, that I have interviewed but had never met in person. So that was really fun. And so I got to meet a whole bunch of girls, and including Mylee and her mom, Shelly. And so I've hung out with them. So Mason, do Katie Hedinger again. I will. I'd love to. She's so busy, Mason, that it's hard to get her on the shows. But she was a great interview, and I would love to have her on the show again. I think we'll probably wait till the end of the season, maybe. And that way she can kind of give us a wrap up of how the season went, and then what she's going to be doing, for next year. But that's a great suggestion to have her on again for sure. So I think, Mason, you're the only one on right now. I think they got on and saw that we were a little low on the guest end tonight. And so people are busy, it's Sunday night and it's summer. And something that we like to do on Sunday night is go to our favorite ice cream place and get ice cream. So can you do Chastity Younger Racing? It would be very good to see you. Sure. I'll put her name down on my list, and I'll see if we can connect with Chastity, and would love to have suggestions for people that you would like to see on the show. So I would be happy to do that. I have about 6,500 email addresses, businesses, but mostly people just like you, Mason, and send out all kinds of emails too. And I always ask for names of people that maybe they'd like to see on the show. But what's even crazier is I have an Excel sheet that has more than 7,000 names in it, of just names that I've picked up or somebody's suggested them to me, but I have no way to connect with them. And so slowly but surely, every week I try to do, 50 or so, try to find, are they on Facebook, Instagram, where are they, maybe LinkedIn, and I try to find them and get their information and find out if they're still racing and that, and if they'd like to be on the show or in the magazine. So, gosh, I'd have 13 or 15,000 names if I could connect with all those people. But we do have about 10,200 or so names in Facebook. Instagram, I'm not as active on. I need to be, I know. I'm just not as good on that. So, yeah. So she is on both. Okay, I'll find her, Mason. Her name is familiar, and so I will reach out to her and get her scheduled here in the next few weeks or so. Probably in August, because July is going to be over here soon, and we're going to have the month of August and the month of September, and then it's going to wind down for a lot of racetracks. So we'll have to connect with her. And Mason, I appreciate that you made that suggestion. So I think I don't think Mylee's going to be able to be with us tonight. I'm sad about that, but yet I understand they're traveling, they're racing. It's summer, vacations are going on, and I get all that. And I'm jealous of Brett. He's down at his mom and dad's lake house cabin. Um, and so I want to give him trouble again because he's the one that wanted Sunday night. And now he doesn't show up. I'm just going to have to really give him a lot of trouble. But we love Brett. He's part of my family, not blood family, but race family. And so I did a little story about him in the magazine about him coming to Kalamazoo and surprising me a couple weeks ago. So you'll have to read that. So I don't see anything else coming up. Mason, I appreciate you being on and making your suggestions. And I think I'm going to just tell everybody thanks for, all the things that you do to support women in motorsports. I know that there's a lot of people who listen to this after the fact. And there's so many of you that have daughters that race, wives that race, or you are a female that races. We're changing the landscape of motorsports. Women in racing are, it's just, there's getting to be more and more of them. And so, we just can't thank you enough for the things you do to sponsor these women, promote these women. You're the crew chiefs and the dads and the brothers and everybody to help these girls get a name for themselves out there. And I'm really tickled about that, to see all the people that support women in motorsports. So Christopher Fitzpatrick, if you missed out, my guest is having internet problems. So is Brett Timmerman. And so they've abandoned me and left me alone. So Christopher, if you have anything you want to discuss or anything, I would love to chat with you. Otherwise, I think we're going to probably cut this show short, say that 10 times fast, and wait until we have a guest. And that way everybody can relax and have dinner, watch TV. Like I said, tomorrow's a NASCAR race at noon. If you have to work, make sure you tape it. It should be a really good race. I'm looking forward to watching it. And I think that's about it. So send me those names like Mason did. If there's somebody that you'd like me to interview, I would love to do that. And if you want to listen to some of the interviews that we've done, you can go to pretty much any platform that has podcasts. I also put these out there, and then also YouTube. You can go to YouTube, Women's Motorsports Network YouTube page, and you can find a lot of the podcasts that I've done, copies of this show, etc. And go back and listen to one that you missed or something. So I think I'm going to say goodnight. I guess I'll go cook my husband some supper since I'm not going to be tied up in here tonight. He'll be thrilled about that. He doesn't have to cook his own for a change. So everybody have a good week. I apologize for this, but sometimes things happen, and that's the way life goes, and we roll with the punches. And so we will get Mylee scheduled on here another time. And if you are racing this week, well, have a good week. Have success on the weekend, but most of all, have fun. And if I don't see you before, hopefully I'll see you at the track. Good night.